I feel like I can lie in my mind. Daddy mini kokolo mak me mini daughter. Welcome back again, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Adeola. Yeah, before we go on, I'd like to introduce to you again Deus, the current artist on the blog, the Nigerian artist, also known as Damola Adekombi, is one of the super talented artists currently shaking the music industry, the Nigerian music industry. You might want to check out his tracks. His EP was just released recently and it was hit back to back. And right now, he just released a single video and audio track, Oganla.
It's Dewey and this.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama. No race with anybody. I don't see nobody.
And it's something that you might want to check out on YouTube. Hit the link in the description box below and go on streaming on all platforms and come on, follow him on Instagram and all other platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and so on. I'm so glad to have you back, and big love for you all. I would like to talk about cultural superiority. Do people actually feel that their culture is superior to other people's culture? I think this might be partially true. Or what do you think? Honestly, I wouldn't say much about this, but I just want you to realize that everybody has right to be with anyone they want to be with, anyone they want to be attracted to, but you can force people to love your culture, to be attracted to your culture, not because your culture is necessarily bad, but because of the differences. Sometimes I don't like to really go on with this topic because it reminds me of when I was in secondary school, and there's a particular subject that kind of make me realize that, yeah, it's like I'm going back there, social studies, when they talk about culture and all this stuff. Yeah, but let's not forget that culture is very, very strong. It's a very strong term. Sometimes we forget so easily that there's a lot of things that defines us, and culture is one of those things. Number one, when you want to be with someone else, do you remember that language is also a barrier that you really need to work on, and it's going to take you time to get close to your partner, and you have to learn so that you can create proximity, so that you can create closeness between you and your partner. Not the whole language, but you still need to learn the phrases and the idioms. Do you know that you still have to be patient in order to understand the culture? Do you know that you must expect surprises? Do you realize that sometimes you have to make sure that you must have some things in common? For example, religion. Because most of the time, especially ladies, we end up saying it's all about love, it's all about love. But sometimes love is not enough. And do you know that you have to relate with people, the relatives of the person, the parents of the person, and so many other people, in order to get to understand the kind of world that you're about to introduce yourself to? Yeah. Do people actually feel that their culture is superior to other people? Well, what can I say? What do I know? Sometimes it's all about looking at the functional way the family is set up. Is it a kind of dysfunctional society? Is it a functional one? Sometimes people look at the marriages and make an example of it. Well, can we say that divorce rate is one of the big examples that make people reject other people's culture? Or should we say that the family values are quite different? How do we put it? The strengths and the weaknesses of other people's culture sometimes defines who we choose, how we try to move and relate with people that we perceive as different from us. Honestly, we cannot say that a culture is superior to another, but we should always remember that there are cultural differences that can sometimes draw us close to someone else's culture or keep us away from it. if you really want to be with someone else's, go with someone else's culture, don't forget that you have a lot to learn, and it takes sacrifices. Do you remember? The little things count, starting from their lifestyle, their feeding habits, what they eat, the way they worship, how they take religion, how you take your own religion, the pattern of worship. Let me say the pattern of worship when we talk about religion. And can we say something like family structure? Do you realize that sometimes it takes a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of time? That was why I mentioned patience. In all things, values are very, very important. It can never be undermined, and you can put it away. If your values are stronger than my values, in the sense that they are taken seriously than the other, it can create a gap between people from different culture, from getting close to one another. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the red button, like I always say, hit the notification bell, and look out for more. See you soon. Bye.
I wonder if I could take a second run, 'cause I carry on getting sad and getting stuck. What I wouldn't give for a life that doesn't suck. I'm a moving target,